Hi everyone, welcome to the YMCA of San Francisco Classroom for All. My name is Angela and I will be your instructor today. I am wearing a mask, I need to take that off. Of course, please do so if it feels safe, if the environment is okay for you to do so. Go ahead and take off your masks, take off your shoes, take off, get comfortable. All you're going to need is a towel or a mat. Where's my head today? It's so early in the morning. Do you ever feel like this where you're just like, what's going on? What? So let's go ahead and just do a few stretches, get our bodies going, moving, get our oxygen flowing. Go ahead, start off with your feet hip width apart, and then we're going to reach the arms up. Interlock your fingers, take a big stretch here. And now good morning stretches, right? Bending to the right a little bit. Oh yes, I think this is what I needed for this morning. And then bring it back up. And then a little bend in the opposite direction. Oh, nice long stretch. And do that again to the other side. And to the top. One more time with the breath. Exhale. Awesome. All right, reaching your arms out and down. Roll the shoulders up and back. If you're like me, studying from home, working from home, doing everything from home, guess what? Our shoulders are getting very tight, very tense. And so we need to move those shoulders a little bit. Yeah? All right. Now, let's start off from the top of our mats, bringing your feet hip width apart. Reach your arms up again, and we're going to take that waterfall. All the way down. And I want you to shake your legs here for a moment, as in micro bend one knee, lengthening the opposite leg. Letting the blood flow to the brain. And then come up halfway. And I want you to have your back straight, chest lifted here. And then take it back down. All right. Now from here, hands to the ground, step back or take a little jump. Come into a plank position. And I want you to hold it there. And tuck your hips in, squeeze your thighs. If you need to modify, leave the knees down for a moment. Good. And now here, keep the knees down and wrap your elbows. Try to lower down. Bring your chin, chest, and then your hips to the ground. Rise up to that baby cobra. You can come up a little higher too if that feels okay for your body. And just remember, be gentle with your body because we are in very challenging times, and our bodies, you might not believe it, but our bodies are taking a pretty big toll with the amount of stress that we're experiencing. Right, the stress, the feeling is real, guys. So we're here to release some of that stress. Right, focus on our breathing. Lift up a little higher if you're able to. And then take it down, exhale. All right, let's take a child's pose. And just reaching your arms out in front of you, let your forehead rest down to the ground, let your shoulders relax. And take a few deep breaths here. Again. And now lift your gaze. We're gonna walk your hands to the side of your mat. And I want you to bend your torso. Yes, we've talked about this earlier before, opening up a lot of our bodies. So that means just creating movements, creating expansion through the sides of our bodies. Typically, the spaces that come tight when we're sitting in front of a computer. And of course, that's our back, our hips, our shoulders. Good, take one more breath here. Feel that opening in the opposite side. I hope so. And then bring it back to center. And let's do that to the other side. Bend And now the stretch is happening all over again to the side of our body, right? We did this with the good morning stretches earlier on our feet, and we're going to do it again. Whew. Again, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Excellent. And then bring it back to center. Rise back up onto the knees. And from here, I'm gonna just turn sideways, but you're more than welcome to stay where you are. Okay, let's reach your right arm up and then over. Take a nice little bend. Just like that good morning stretch. Yes, and then take it back down. And again, this time with the other arm, up and over with the breath. And visualize you're drawing rainbows over the head here. Let's do it again. One more time with each arm. Draw that rainbow over your head and bring it down. And what color is your rainbow today? Beautiful. Take it down. All right, let's come up onto the knees and bring your right leg forward. So I'm just gonna go ahead here with your hands to your hips, shift your hips forward, lift the chest up, and see if you can take a little curvature of the spine. So it's gonna look like this, right? Little curvature of the spine here. And now we're focusing on opening our hips a little bit more. Pull those elbows back. Oh yeah, it's a low lunge. It's a lunge closest to the ground. Good. And gently just nudge your hips forward. Don't push them, just nudge them forward. Excellent. Hold it here, one more breath. Excellent. And then come up, and I want you to come into a standing lunge right at the base of your mat here. We're gonna reach the left arm up. If you have your right knee up, reach your left arm up. And again, we're going to bend your waist and reach that arm up and over. Good. Keep pulling that elbow back behind you, opening the heart space. Hold it. One more breath. Excellent. And then release. Let's do that to the other side. Bring your left knee forward. And we're first going to bring our hips forward, focusing on opening our hips. So here it is. Send your hips forward, lift your heart up, take those shoulders back, nudge your hips forward with your arms, with your hands. Good. Big stretch here for the hips. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh yeah, nice. One more breath here. All right, release those hips from being pressed forward too far. And now with your left hand to your left hip, reach your right arm up. So left knee is forward, right arm goes up, and then bend. Bend the waist, bend everything here. Oh yeah. See, again, we're opening, creating a lot of openness here. Excellent. And one more time, deep breath in, deep breath out. Excellent, and release it. Okay, let's come onto those hands and knees, and we're going to open up again like we did last chapter, and open up, reach those arms up towards the sky into a modified side plank. And now if you're able to reach that arm up over your head, open, expand. Notice how we're working a lot on opening those shoulders and hips, yes? All right, hold it. 2 more breaths. Hold it, 1 more breath. Excellent, and release. Come back to tabletop, and let's do that to the other side. I'm just gonna turn around so I don't give my back to you. All right, so stretch that leg back, open your hips, rise up. Beautiful, hold it. You can hold it here, or reach that arm up and over. Again, opening through the side of your body. Send your hips forward. That's it. And reach, keep reaching, reaching, reaching over the head. Long deep breaths. Remember, we want to let go of some of that stress in our bodies. The stress tends to hide in areas of our hips, our shoulders, our backs. So just let it go with the breath. It's one of the best ways to let go of stress. All right, bring it up and take it down. All right, let's take it to that downward facing dog now. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, rise up. Good. And just pedal your legs here. Keep the elbows drawn in. And here, we're gonna lift one leg up in the air. Try to keep your hips squared in the center of your mat. Lift them up. And can you bend the right knee, opening your hips up again, once again. And guess what? We're doing the same thing, opening through the ribs, opening through the shoulders and your hips. Good. Take it down, and then let's do that again to the other side. Left leg or right leg up, whichever leg you have not worked with. Keep your weight in the center. Bend the knee. Open and square the hip. Look down under the shoulder. Long, deep breaths. And release. Take it back down. Beautiful. Now walk your feet forward again. Come to the top of your mat. And then roll it up one vertebrae at a time, ragdoll. Squeeze your shoulder blades, reach the arms up. Long breath here, and arms out, deep breath out. Now we're going to step one leg back, and I'm gonna go with my left, right? And then turn and open the foot. Come back to that warrior two. And we've learned side angle pose before, so we're going to do it again. When you're ready, go ahead, bend your waist, reach that left arm up and over. Keep opening your ribs here. Beautiful. Excellent. Hold it, 2 more breaths. Hold it, 1 more breath. And bring it up, warrior two. Now lengthen that front leg and walk your feet in a little bit so you narrow down your stance. Squeeze your hips nice and tight. And we're going to come into triangle pose here. Shift your torso like someone's playing tug of war with you. They're pulling you, and then lower down. Reach that left arm up again, opening up through your hips and shoulders. That's it. You've got it. Good. Now we're gonna practice and we're gonna play a fun game. It's called Can You Balance? From here, check it out, okay? We're going to go into what's called the half moon. You're going to reach your left hand to your left hip, bend your right knee, and reach your right hand in front of your right foot, okay? Then, check it out. Tap, step, and come to balance. Can you balance here? And you're going to flex the floating foot and raise that leg up just like you did in downward dog, all right? And then balance out, come to that half moon. And when you feel stable, start to open up. Come into that half moon. Open up, open up. And if you're able to, reach that left arm up. Beautiful. Hold it. Nice and strong. I know some of you know tricks already at home. If you've been practicing, maybe you can reach back for that top floating foot and hold it. Find stability. Open up. That's okay. When you've had enough, just take it back. Bring both of your feet together and release the fold, or release into that folded gorilla. And just shake it off here. Whew. All right, ragdoll, slowly rolling it up, one vertebrae at a time. Lift the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I'm just gonna walk over to the other side because I don't want to give my back to you. Go ahead with the right leg, step that right foot back, open up, whoop, big open here, okay? Just make sure you find your balance. Stabilize nice and strong, front knee is bent. Come to that warrior two. Shoulders down and back. You've got it. All right. Once you've found your balance, side angle pose. Bend, lift, and reach. Very many options here, guys. You can always reach that left hand to the ground if it's possible. If not, you can always come right back up. Hold it, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath here. All right, and warrior two. Lengthen that front leg and step your back foot in to narrow your stance a little bit more. Getting ready for triangle pose. Here we go, look over the tips of your fingers. Shift your torso like someone's playing tug of war with you here. Reach, reach, and lower down that hand to the ground. Open up the torso, open up the heart. Reach that right arm up towards the sky. Maybe you're able to reach it up and over. So many opening here. Opening the shoulders, opening the ribs. Good, take 1 more breath. And again, 1. Now bring the right hand to the right hip. Let's play the game, can you balance? And here, we're going to start off bending your left knee, reaching your left hand in front of your left foot. Now when you're ready, back foot's gonna step, step, and lift to balance. So notice I'm still looking down to the ground, trying to stabilize myself here. Flex that top floating foot, keeping the leg engaged. And then when you start to feel more comfortable, more confident, maybe you start to turn your head, your torso to open, and reaching that right arm up towards the sky, you come to half moon. And we hold it for 8, 7. If you've got those cool tricks at home that you want to practice maybe or try. Reaching for that foot up in the air. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, release it, take it back and forward. And inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, take it back down. Ragdoll, slowly rolling your spine up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Lift, lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades, reach the arms up, big breath in. And arms out, big breath out. Excellent. All right, let's take it down to the ground. And earlier I had you do some tricks, having to balance. If you weren't able to do it, that's okay. We're going to do it here, semi-balancing, okay? So check it out. From tabletop position, reach your left leg back, flex the left heel and point the toes. Now your right arm's going to come up in front of you, just like we've been doing all along, right? Extending through the shoulders, extending through the hips. Now options to stay here, or bend your left knee, and can you reach back for that left foot? I like to reach for the outer edge of the left foot, and then raise that hip up. Oh my gosh, what do you know? Now you have the chance to shine here, having to semi-balance. Left arm stays to the ground, right arm goes up and back, reaching for that left foot. Good. Let's hold it for 8, 7, 6, 6. You can reach for the ankle. I'm trying to find a good place for my shoulder actually, so do what feels good for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoa. Let's take a child's pose for a moment. Forehead to the ground. Shoulders relaxed. Deepen the breath. Good. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. All right, and then slowly come up, 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 up. Come back to that tabletop. And this time, we're going to do the opposite leg, right? So now right leg goes up and back. Flex the heel, point the toes. Left arm goes up and forward. Good. Shift the weight up to the shoulders, not down to the wrist. All right, options to stay here or bend the knee, reach back for that foot, lift that hip up nice and high. Hold, hold. Good. For 8, 7, 6. And what I want you to do also is kind of push that foot back to pull your left arm back as well. So you push the right leg and you pull, the leg is actually pulling that left arm back for you. Yeah? Good. Hold it here, another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoa, shake it off. Woo. Take a child's pose. Forehead to the ground. You can relax your arms here. Long, steady breaths. All right, and I've been wanting to teach you all dolphin pose. So from here, okay, we're going to create a tripod with your arms. That means you're going to create a T shape with your arms, okay? And they're going to be on the ground. I'm gonna interlock my fingers, and what's gonna happen is the crown of my head is the flat part of my head where I can rest it comfortably on the ground, mostly on the mat. But I'm gonna wrap these hands just behind, and I'm gonna create that triangle like so on the ground, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. Creating that tripod stand with your arms and creating the space with your hands that you're going to use to hug the back of your head, okay? Crown of your head goes to the ground, back of your head wraps around your hands. Elbows are in and tight, and just like in downward facing dog, you're going to lift your hips up and walk your feet up. Be careful, don't put any of the weight to your head here, okay? All the weight should be on your arms, on your shoulders, and then lifting the weight up to your hips. You start to walk, and you are in dolphin. That's it. I like to raise the heels up and down a little bit, play a little bit more. I know some of you got more tricks at home, so if you want to practice those tricks at home, you can do that. But for today, let's just stick to dolphin, and then I will show you later a little bit more. Okay, I will give you a preview because I know like this could be just an incentive for you to practice at home. Okay, maybe try lifting one leg up in the air. And try lifting the other leg up in the air. Don't jump though, okay? I see a lot of students jumping when they are asked to do this. Just want you to practice engaging your core, noticing and watching, observing the flexibility of your hips and your back. Okay, keep your shoulders nice and strong. Oh, all right, I think dolphins are tired by now. Whew. Let's take it down and puppy pose. Your arms are going to come in front of you, palms are up, and then you're gonna push back your hips to your heels. Forehead can go to the ground, but ideally you want your chin to the ground and you're looking to the top of your mat towards your hands. Take 2 more breaths here, long, deep breaths. And 1 more breath. All right, slowly come back up. Woo. Awesome, you guys. Let's turn it around. Onto our backs. Now, what I like to call the balloon breath, with your knees bent, okay? 1 hand is to the stomach, 1 hand is to the heart, and again, as you breathe in, imagine your balloons, both of your balloons are just expanding. And as you breathe out, both of your balloons just completely flatten. Try that a couple more times. Can you blow your balloons so much that you nearly pop those balloons? And 1 more time here. All right, let's release your legs. Just let your legs extend. Let your arms rest beside you. And just take a moment to pause. Hit the pause button for a moment. Everything around you has to wait. And you find yourself in a place of stillness, other than your breath rising up and down. Breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. Perhaps you can visualize yourself in your favorite place, whether it's at the park, in your garden, at the beach, or wherever else you visualize yourself to be now. Can you visualize or imagine your environment? The temperature on your skin, if there's wind, if there are external sounds that you might capture from your environment. And yet you find yourself still in a moment of pause. Now wiggle your toes and fingers, returning movements back to your bodies. And then we're going to reach the arms up and over. Bring your feet together. Stretch nice and long like you were to wake up early in the morning. And bend your knees. and bring your knees to your chest, gently rocking side to side. And come to rest on one side for a fetal position, like a newborn. You're getting ready to be born again to this world. And then very slowly you start to work your way up gently into a seated position and come back, crossing your legs here. And we want to conclude our practice today with gratitude. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, draw your awareness inward, bowing to our prayers and our heart space, and find one thing you're grateful for today. Whether it's you're grateful for your health, your family, your friends, your teachers, your dog, your cat, or anything else you're grateful for today. Namaste. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today in our virtual classroom for all. If you're enjoying this, please make sure to check out more fun classes at our YMCASF.org Classrooms for All. Also, continue finding all of our YouTube videos at YMCASF. Thanks, and I will see you again next time. Take care, be safe, and be well. Until next time.
Did you know that YMCA of San Francisco never closed? When shelter-in-place happened, we could no longer provide in-person programming. We quickly shifted to provide youth and family programming virtually. As early as April, we started providing on-demand activities in our YMCA of San Francisco YouTube channel.
For this video, we're going to be making a geodesic dome.
Today, we're going to be making a hovercraft. The science around this activity is really awesome.
In addition, we have a regular schedule of activities for our youth and families to join live. We feature read-alouds, yoga, family Zumba, arts and crafts, drawing clubs, and more. So don't miss out on our virtual youth and family offerings. Visit www.ymcasf.org for more info and class schedules.